fortunately, we haven't had to worry about anything like that here. We've actually been pleasant.
I was going to say, we've been enjoying these wonderful temperatures, pretty comfortable for so many of us.
Yeah, you can see a little bit of haze out there. Fortunately, though, it's higher in altitude here, so we don't really have to worry about the major air quality issues. But you can kind of see a little bit of the haze out there. It'll stick around through tomorrow, but we're going to see clouds around, so you probably won't see or notice it as much because of the thick clouds, and that's kind of what we're going to deal with here for the middle part of the week. More clouds and perhaps a chance for showers. The good news is the humidity is not going to get at unbearable levels like it was last week. So even though it will get a little more humid, it will not be uncomfortable. But I hope you enjoyed the sunshine today. It certainly was nice to see it for another day out there. The third day in a row of beautiful weather. Right now at 84 here in Baltimore, 83 for Salisbury, out towards Frederick at 86. And these dew points, again, very comfortable, dropping into the 50s and 60s. So it looks like the muggy meter is going to stay, it's going to behave itself this week. As you can see that we're dealing with now, very comfortable weather. And then it'll start to creep up a little bit by mid to late week, but only at the most, we're talking about dew points 60, 65. That's still reasonable, especially this time of year. And high temperatures will be in the upper 70s to around 80. It looks like we're going to see some pretty thick clouds make their way into the region, particularly on Wednesday with an increased onshore flow. So overcast skies and perhaps some chances for showers. I think if there's any chance this week that has the best chance, it'll be Wednesday that we'll see a few showers across our area. And even then, the chances are really not that great for rain. Temps this evening, 80s falling into the 70s, mid to upper 60s overnight tonight. So another comfortable night in store, but clouds will be on the increase. We're keeping an eye on some moisture coming in from the south and west. There's a little bit of shower activity there. And then we're going to get this increasing easterly flow that's going to send some moisture in from the Atlantic and the Bay as well. So we've got it coming from different directions here. So we're going to go with a partly to mostly cloudy sky in the morning, then overcast skies for most areas here throughout the afternoon. At this point, it looks like the cloudier day will be Wednesday, but we may see a few peaks of sunshine tomorrow. So don't be surprised if you happen to see that, but there definitely will be more cloud cover here for tomorrow. And I do think that the rain chances will stay low through the entire period, but they will get a little better on Wednesday as we take a look at your futurecast. Notice on Tuesday, mostly cloudy skies, and then a few more patches of green showing up coming up on Wednesday. You can see how the rain just tries to creep in from the south, and really areas of southern Maryland have the best chance for seeing any measurable rain here all through the middle part of the week. But notice this increasing easterly flow. So as a result of this, Wednesday and the Thursday, we'll have to keep an eye on places like Annapolis for the possibility of some minor coastal flooding with that prolonged easterly flow. And that will continue, looks like, into Thursday afternoon and Thursday evening. Chances for rain, as I mentioned, not terribly high, but still running about 20% here during the afternoon. Here's your first alert 7-day forecast. 83 tomorrow, 81 coming up on your Wednesday. Chance for rain will be a little higher on Wednesday, but not a washout by any means. But don't be surprised if a couple of showers do happen to cause you to have to turn the windshield wipers on from time to time. And then we'll see some better storm chances, looks like, by early next week. But really not a bad forecast. No 90 showing up there and no oppressive humidity either.
One of the smoother weeks we've had in a while.
Finally.
Yeah. Not perfect, but better than what we've had.
Comfortable.
Yeah.
Comfortable. We'll take it. All right. We want